Hello traders, this is Tom Williams from Optech and this is a daily market review for the 21st of August. We didn't deliver a daily market review sooner because the market was pretty slow this morning. We saw during the Asian markets time frame that the Japanese yen gained a bit of strength, and after that we saw that the dollar is gaining a bit more strength later on. At the moment we will look on the several charts. We will see whether we've got a potential somewhere. We know that later on this day we've got an announcement regarding the US dollar, and that's the existing home sales. And later on we've got an FOMC meeting statement. There are always liquidity driven into the market as an outcome of the FOMC meeting because they do deliver some sort of confidence or lack of confidence regarding the economy in the United States, and because of that, that will definitely affect the US dollar itself. Now, a very important image for tomorrow. I'd like to say that tomorrow we've got an amazing day in terms of announcements. I've said that several times before. 8:30, we've got an announcement regarding the French for the CAC. That will be a great trade. For the DAX at 8:30, that will be a great trade as well. The Canadian dollar at 1:30 p.m. Core retail sales, and we've got an unemployment claims in the US dollar later on. Again, in this situation, when we've got both on the Canadian and the US dollar two announcements, red announcements, that will definitely be a good potential to trade on. If one of them will be a bad announcement and the other one will be a good announcement, obviously the direction of a trade is it's suitable to take a trade in the binary option market. After that, we have a very slow evening, but still I'm expecting to see that the liquidity that will be delivered from today's announcement from the FOMC and later on into tomorrow's core sales in Canada and unemployment claims in the United States will definitely deliver enough liquidity to trade on with the confidence that we need. Let's proceed to the charts. So looking at the Japanese yen currencies, we can see that the gold is pretty strong. The pound is among the strongest currencies. The Swiss franc as well. And the euro is pretty strong as well. So let's just organize the different currencies. The dollar is among the strongest as well. Just 1 second, let's organize this list. Let's see if that's accurate. 50, 50, 51. The pound is the strongest. The Swiss franc is after that. Okay, so we can say that the pound, the euro, the Swiss franc, and the dollar are among the four strongest currencies that we've got right now. And we can see that the Australian dollar, the Canadian dollar, the New Zealand are the weakest. I would definitely pay attention to this strength indication. First of all, the Australian dollar is signaling a good indication for a drop down right now. So that's a good potential stochastic giving us an exhaustion level, RSI around the 45. That's a perfect image for a put option. Another good option, the Canadian dollar. All the weakest currencies are pulling lower at the moment. The Canadian dollar is giving us a good example for a downtrend, and the stochastic and the RSI are supporting this image. The New Zealand is giving us a great indication for another downtrend. So what I'll do right now, live, I'll go to my platform. I want to take all the trades that we've talked about just a second ago. Let's see that again. We said that that was the Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar, the New Zealand in front of the Japanese yen for a put option. Australian dollar for half an hour, put option. Okay, Australian dollar, pound, and a dollar. No, we don't have anything else. Australian dollar, New Zealand, and Canadian dollar. Let's see if we've got them on the regular high and low. Australian dollar. Already took the Australian dollar. Okay. Looking for the Canadian dollar or the New Zealand in front of the Japanese yen. Looking to see if we've got enough time for them. No, we don't have that, but let's proceed. So we saw that there's a good potential for weakness on all the currencies in front of the Japanese yen at the moment. I wouldn't even begin to try to do that in front of the pound, euro, Swiss franc, or US dollar because obviously they are too strong to allow the Japanese yen to pull them lower. Let's continue to see other potentials. Nothing over here. We might have something over here, Australian dollar versus the New Zealand, but we know that that's not a good indication because of the Japanese yen equation. Euro versus the Australian dollar, it's a good potential for an uptrend. Stochastic giving us an approval to do that. The RSI as well. I'm taking that one as well. Euro in front of the Australian dollar for a call option. Half an hour will be suitable for this matter in this case. Okay, call option, and I'm in. Okay, let's see if we've got something else. A put option on the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Pay attention. Oh, the Australian dollar is expressing a large potential for weakness in front of the Japanese yen, in front of the dollar, in front of the euro. Let's take that as well. Australian dollar versus the US dollar for a put option, half an hour as well. Okay, so we're in that one as well. 3 trades at the moment. Let's proceed. If I'll have more opportunities, and I'll take them. Good option, pound Japanese yen for a call, but as I said, at the moment the Japanese yen is is gaining strength, showing a good potential for a put option on the Australian dollar, New Zealand, and the Canadian dollar. So at the moment it's not logical to take a call option, although that's the pound and it's the one of the strongest currencies today. So I'll wait for a little bit more information from the market. Let's proceed. Okay, good option is a gold for a put option. Logical because we know that the dollar is gaining strength. An impulse movement down, sharply overlapping movement climbing up. Stochastic giving us a cross. RSI below. A good opportunity as well. Let's take that. That is the gold for a put option. I'll take that for 1 hour because the gold may fluctuate a bit before it'll continue further on into the direction that we've talked about. Okay, so we've got 4 different trades going on right now. And you saw that we do have liquidity. Again, I'm still waiting for the announcements from the FOMC and regarding the sales, the house sales in the United States that will be delivered in 3 hours. Usually I'm not trading before an important announcement, but because we've got such a large time frame before the announcement, it's logical to still trade, even though we've got fluctuation up ahead. Approaching the charts because of the announcements. We know the traders before announcements they pull funds out of the market because they can't really invest toward a specific direction without having the indication for that. Euro versus the Canadian dollar is showing a good potential for a call option as well. Over here I will draw a trend line waiting for the market to cross the trend line. That will be a suitable entrance point. Once we'll cross beyond that, I'll set that as an alarm. I want to see that on the screen, and I want it to explain that that's the euro versus the Canadian dollar for a call option for half an hour. That concludes our session for today. I wish you all the best with your trades. Have a lovely day, and bye bye.